7:47, it's your breakfast show through till 10 o'clock this morning. Now, a man from Bromsgrove has been running 5k every single day this month in a bid to stop others from ending their lives. This is Joe Baker. He's a tradesman who's faced his own struggles and is hoping to raise awareness of the construction industry's suicide crisis, and is taking on the challenge to support the Lost City campaign, which aims to show the human cost of mental health neglect in trades. Very pleased to say that Joe is with us on your breakfast show this morning. Morning to you, Joe.
Good morning.
Well, it's lovely to have you on. Reading about what you're doing, wow, a mammoth task. We'll get onto the 5k every single day shortly, but I think it's important, firstly, we start with you, Joe, by explaining why, the background, and why you're doing this and what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah, so obviously, as you previously mentioned, I've had my own struggles sort of during COVID. Very dark, depressing times for me. And I had a very good support network behind me, and that's what I'm trying to get across to other people, really. So the Project 7000 Lost City is raising awareness of the 7,000 lives that have been lost in the past decade to suicide in construction. And we're trying to raise awareness and money to be able to give us all in construction the same sort of privileges as the white collar world have, basically, and access to therapy and things like that.
I don't want you to go into it too much unless you want to, but COVID then, an incredibly dark time for you, Joe.
Yes, it was, yeah. I was struggling with addiction. My work-life balance wasn't great. Obviously, the strain and pressure of everything around you, really, I think was very difficult, and it just seemed like the only way out, really. So managed to pull myself back with some support from friends and family and stuff. So I was very fortunate, and not a lot of people get that opportunity, really. So
7,000 construction workers, you say, lost to suicide in just the last decade.
Yeah.
And you did mention a few key words there about isolation and pressure, but talk to me a bit more about that statistic and what might lead to that. What are the pressures in the construction industry?
I think they're varied, to be honest with you. I think everybody has their own different types of pressures and stresses. For me, definitely finances. You know, in my line of work in the industry, it's very week by week bookings. But there's things like people not paying their bills on time, which obviously puts you under financial stress and pressure. Being away, from family and friends for long periods of time, if you're in an industry or part of the industry where you have to work away, it can be very solitary. You can be in a hotel room all evening on your own. There's lots of different stresses and pressures, really. But I think, finances, I think, is a big one. When people don't pay on time or just don't pay and go bump, really, it has a massive detrimental effect to your mental health.
How are you now, Joe?
I'm very well. I've put different coping mechanisms in place. I'm surrounded by loved ones that help and support me. And yeah, I just, helping others now helps me. So doing something like I'm doing at the moment really pushes me to better myself as well.
So the Lost City campaign, tell us more about this then.
Right, so the Lost City campaign is Project 7000. It's a charity that's been formed, really, through On The Tools, which are a massive construction platform on social media. So they do a lot of stuff around statistics and helping construction workers out. But in line with Construction Sport and Band of Builders, which are two organised charities, the Project 7000 is doing everything it possibly can to raise money for both of these charities to be able to give us guys and girls in the construction industry the same privileges as the white collar world have in regards to accessing therapy, counselling, support. The Band of Builders offer a 24-hour support line if you're really struggling with your mental health. So they're just doing lots and lots of different things to be able to raise money and awareness for what's going on.
And what a physical thing you're doing then. How did you come up with 5k every day?
Do you know what? I love a challenge, and I've got ADHD tendencies and OCD tendencies. So I was sat scratching my head in the van thinking about what I could do to raise some money and awareness. I'm doing a golf day as well on June the 12th at the Belfry. So I just try and get loads of different things in place really to raise money and awareness, but my legs aren't thanking me for it. Let's just put it that way.
Well, thank goodness you're near the end then, 26th of May. How's it been then, the last three and a bit weeks?
It's been challenging, but I love a challenge, as I said. So my goal originally was just to complete the challenge.
Yeah.
And then I set myself a challenge because my pace was getting a little bit faster to try and do a sub 20-minute 5K, which I've now achieved twice, which is brilliant. So I've done a 17:56 and a 19 something. So yeah, I'm very happy.
Oh wow, Joe. Oh my God, that's absolutely amazing. And what about today? Are you ploughing on today?
I'm off out. Yeah, after this call, I'll be off out on the road, stomping the pavement. So anybody that sees me, give me a toot.
Where will you be?
I'll be in and around Bromsgrove.
Are you? Will people know it's you?
I would imagine so, because I'm covered in tattoos and I wear a Lost City vest sponsored by my kind sponsors, Fiona Dent, and branded by Sammy.
Okay. Oh, fantastic. Well, how do people donate if they can't, chuck money physically in a bucket? What other ways do you have, like GoFundMe, or how does it work?
Yep, so we've got a Just Giving page. So if anybody heads over to my socials, which is @ScreedPappy on Instagram and Joe Baker on Facebook, they can see the link in there and donate.
Okay, sorry, not GoFundMe. I meant Just Giving. So those are the ways to get in touch. We'll most likely get in touch with you the other side, maybe in June, see how you're feeling.
Wonderful, yeah, that'd be great.
Final push. And what weather you've had throughout May as well.
Oh, you know what? I've been absolutely blessed with the weather, yeah. I think I've had a couple of days lately that have been a little showery, but we've managed to avoid big downpours, which is brilliant.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to you from all of us here at BBC Radio at WM, Joe, for the physical challenge as well, and what you're doing and the awareness that you're raising, and even coming on this morning just to talk briefly about the statistic. 7,000 construction workers lost to suicide in the last decade. It's a real eye-opener, so thank you ever so much for coming on. Thank you for what you're doing.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me.
Cheers, Joe. Good luck with today's run.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Ta-ra, lovely. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Well, actually, we can head over to Corazon to find out what the weather in Bromsgrove will be like this morning for Joe's run. Corazon at the weather desk. Good morning.
Good morning. So for Joe's run, first part of the day is actually looking quite pleasant. We've got some sunshine or bright spells. It's dry and we've got some blue skies poking through. So it's lovely, but then it starts to cloud over by sort of lunchtime and for the rest of the afternoon. We are going to draw in some showers from